Jakub Fontana was a Polish architect of Italian origin, a practitioner in the Baroque and Neoclassicism styles, the court architect of Polish kings. He was knighted in 1764. He was the son of Józef Fontana, also an architect. Jakub Fontana had a notable brother named Jan Kanty Fontana. His projects were influenced by Saxon Baroque, French Rococo and early Neoclassicism. Biography. Jakub Fontana was the eldest son of Józef Fontana. The first steps in his profession were under the guidance of his father, first as his assistant, then as his associate. He was sent abroad from 1732 to 1736, when he became acquainted with the finest architectural works of Italy and France. Observing the latest trends and tendencies, he brought back stencils which through to the end of his life he drew inspiration from. From 1710 to 1743 he was assigned to participate in the construction of the towers of the church Kościoł Matki Bożej Łaskawej ISW, Ojczyka in Łowicz. Due to his age he could not be the author of the project. The facade had recently been designed by the Algirda Zagłowski architect Jakub Fontana, and after his death in 1726, Jakub Fontana was hired to work for Józef Fontana in order to continue and complete the construction. Fontana would make detailed drawings of towers and undertake some adjustments of detail. These towers represent the type prevalent in Poland in the third decade of the 18th century. The architectural decoration of aisles formed in the pillar-column layout can be attributed to Fontana, who made them when he returned to Poland in 1737. However, in an earlier construction he could only be seen as a helper to his father. Another project, in which he took part at his father's side, was the Franciscan church in Zakroczymska Street in Warsaw, consecrated in 1737. The design of the church was prepared by Jan Kanty. In 1750 the church was only a facade, which was attributed to Jakub Fontana. After the death of his father in 1741, Fontana took over the company and all the workers. The achievements from this period attest to his being strongly associated with the construction activities of his father. Creatively independent work by Fontana started only in 1737, after he returned from an eye-opening trip to northern Italy, Rome, Paris and Vienna. From 1742, the Grand Marshal of the Crown Franciszek Bielinski employed Fontana for major public and private functions. He was involved with many properties in the city of Warsaw. In 1743, a number of commissions included work for aristocratic clients, the monastery of Warsaw, and more. He was the designer of the Nobilium College, the Hospital of St. Roch, and the church in Suraz. Jakub Fontana was counted among the few esteemed Polish architects representing Franco-Italian trends. The 1750s were considered his greatest time as an architect. 1750 was a turning point in his career when he was hired by Jan Branicki to perform reconstruction of the Branicki Palace, Białystok. For a short time he was employed by Eustachy Potocki, when he was involved with his reconstruction of the Rococo Palace in Radzyń Podlaski, then for the Lubomirski family, and a bishop of Zaluski. Artists collaborating with Fontana include sculptor and painter Jan Jerzy Plesz and sculptor Jan Chrysostom Redler. After Stanislaw August Poniatowski took the throne, Fontana was appointed as the first architect to the king, undertaking major works relating to the royal castle, Warsaw and other important state buildings. His works. These include cooperation on construction projects in the Copper Roof Palace in Warsaw, the Potocki Palace in Radzyń Podlaski, cooperation for the building of a palace from the Sangisko family in Zaslav, Reconstruction of the interior of the royal castle in Warsaw from building the Piarist Collegium Nobilium in Warsaw. Reconstruction of the Malachowski Palace in Warsaw. Reconstruction of the palace in Otwock Wielki. The Bernardine Church in Góra Kalwaria. The Leszczyński House on the Krakowski Przepaści in Warsaw. Cooperation in the construction of the Parker Radziwiłł Palace in Warsaw. Cooperation on the Branicki Palace in Warsaw. Thorough reconstruction of the Bishop's Palace in Warsaw. The stairs in the Branicki Palace in Białystok. The facade of the Holy Cross Church in Warsaw. A project to remodel the Palace of the Lubomirszys in Opole Lubelskie. The altar inside the Cathedral Basilica of the Assumption and St. Nicholas in Łódź. Bibliography. Stanislaw Loza, architect.Jakub Budownik Zoe W. Poles, Warsaw, PWT, 1954.